Welcome back to Conversations at the Ranch. I'm Sam. I'm here with my boss and friend Dudley Hall today, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but Kerygma Ventures is celebrating 50 years of ministry. Started back in 1975. We're in 2025 now. It's hard to believe, but we celebrate 50 years. And so we'll be rolling out some special episodes over the course of this year to celebrate our 50-year anniversary, and today is one of those. I think you'll really enjoy hearing Dudley reflect on some special testimonies and stories and experiences from the history of this incredible organization and ministry that we all get to be a part of here. If you enjoy this episode, subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, and share it with somebody who needs it. Really grateful for you doing that, and thanks for watching today's conversation. Dudley, 2025 marks 50 years of ministry for Kerygma Ventures. It's pretty wild to think about. Can you believe it's already been 50 years?
Can't be. I'm not that old.
Nice try.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm amazed. I am amazed.
Yeah.
You know, people will ask sometimes, what was your vision?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I never come across good in those meetings because it's like, I didn't have a vision.
Mm-hmm.
I had a message that God had touched me, and I just started saying it, and it turned into a ministry.
Right, yeah.
So I can't take it, I honestly can't take any credit.
Pretend you're sitting on an airplane and someone next to you says, "What do you do?" "Well, I've started a ministry. It's called," well, what's Kerygma Ventures? What are you most eager and proud to convey to people about this ministry, looking at a 50-year run?
By the way, that's happened a lot of times.
I'm sure it has. That's why I asked.
Sitting by somebody and they'll go,
right.
"What do you do?"
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's dependent upon how tired I am what I answer. If I am so tired that I'm afraid that I'm going to say something stupid, I'll say something like, "I'm an author," or I run a ministry or whatever.
That's good.
If I'm feeling anywhere close to good, I go, "I am a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ."
Yeah.
Okay, that scares about half of them off.
Yeah.
And then the other half go, "Really?"
Yeah.
So then I go. So what is Kerygma ministry? So I tell them Kerygma Ventures is not a investment capital organization. Kerygma means the announcement of a message that once delivered, nothing is ever the same.
Mm-hmm.
And so they, like, wow, what does that mean?
Yeah.
What's that message?
Right.
Well, that message is the message of the Bible, the whole Bible. And it's the message of God making a promise in the garden and working through it and fulfilling it, and fulfilling it in Jesus Christ so that we can all be reconciled to Him and enjoy life with God as much as God enjoys it Himself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a short 30-second deal.
Yeah.
If I got 2 minutes, I tell them a little bit more.
Sure.
5 minutes, a little bit more. But what I want them to know is what has gripped me is that story, that I am captive to that story, that I can't get over it, that I can tell it 100 times, and the next time I tell it, I feel the same energy rising up in me. It's like that story is, and it's not just a story, but it is a story.
Yeah.
It's a message.
Yeah.
It's a declaration of what God has done in Christ. So I want them to know that Kerygma, we chose the name Kerygma because Kerygma is about the message. Mm-hmm. It's not about me, the man, or our team, or our methods. It's about a message.
Yeah, right.
And we do everything we can to clarify that message and to proclaim that message so that people who don't know who we are or will never know who we are will get that message and their life will be changed.
Yeah, that's really good. What do you celebrate most? Like, if you look back over the 50-year period, are there specific or common situations or people that you recall and think, man, I remember rejoicing when X happened?
Oh, yeah.
What would some of those things be?
Oh, anytime somebody hears the gospel and you can tell they got it, the light comes on.
Sure, yeah.
And then you see the change that happens in them.
Yeah, right.
You know, one of my dear friends who died this year, you know, I saw him after years of not seeing him after high school, and his life was in a mess. And I shared the gospel with him and his wife, and he got it. And so every day, he would call me and say, okay, I'm facing this situation. How do I, as a Christian, approach that? To watch him grow, and then to see that he starts affecting other people, and then he affects a whole town. And because his business is big, he affects a whole industry. I celebrate that.
Yeah, that's good.
What did I have to do with it? I sat in his living room and talked to him and his wife about the gospel. And I remember they're asking, she asked, are you saying that people who do good works, no matter how good, can't get into heaven? And I said, I'm saying that. I'm saying you don't have to depend on good works. Jesus has already done them. Well, that shook their world. Okay, that's one. But I think about all the places I got to go that the Lord let me travel to and world, and whether it's in the United States or in Africa, wherever. And when the gospel is preached, to see the light come on. And then sometimes to have the privilege of years later getting an email or a letter or seeing somebody and they go, I heard you say this back in 1970, so, and here's what happened to my life.
Yeah, right. That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Dudley Hall with Kerygma Ventures. I would love to send you a weekly word from me. It lands in your box on Friday morning. What I try to do is cover what's happening in the world, regular events, but cover it from a biblical standpoint, a biblical worldview. And I would love to send it to you. So if you're interested, please sign up.
Well, we get cards. I mean, we get cards or emails pretty much every week from people that say, you know, I first encountered the good news of the gospel back in some Bible conference and whatever, you know, before I was even alive. And that's really fulfilling, at least in the seat I'm in, to hear stuff like that.
And it's a joy to watch men that are like my age or some of younger, some of them older, who still have been captured by that message, who still want to get together and the difference they've made. Most of these are pretty powerful men. And I mean, it's not like I'm taking credit for it, but I got to participate in it. So
what do you want Kerygma to be known for? When other people talk about Kerygma Ventures, what do you want them to say?
That there's an outpost that preaches the true, the clarified, the pure, simple gospel, and they believe that it and it alone works.
That's good.
Yeah,
I like that.
If when they hear the word Kerygma Ventures, they think of that's a place that is a place of good news.
Yep.
You know, not hey, y'all are all fine. No, the good news of what Christ has done.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I'll just say, you know, it's a pleasure for me to get to celebrate a legacy of 50 years, and I know we've talked about this already, but that's much bigger and broader and beyond you. And it's good to see you celebrate that fact and embrace that fact, but also fully step into what God's gifted you to do and not shy away from it. So 2025, 50-year, the 50-year anniversary. So throughout the year, and really probably every month, we'll feature different stories, or we'll feature different conversations with people who've been deeply impacted by the work of Kerygma over the past 50 years. So
have we got time for me to tell one story?
Heck yeah, tell it.
Okay, so several years ago, my wife and I went to Zimbabwe to help his pastors. Okay. But we got there a couple of days early, and so we thought we'd go to Victoria Falls, which is one of the great wonders of the world. So we went to Victoria Falls.
Okay.
And we're out on a boat in the Zambezi River, and there are big rhinos, hippos out there.
Wow.
I mean, hippos. And so people are trying to get to the edge of the boat to see all the hippos and stuff.
Sure.
So a bunch of people were being ugly about it and pushing and shoving other people around.
Oh, no.
And I got aggravated.
Uh-oh.
And I said to my wife, if one more of those does that, I'm going to toss them into the river. Which they would have probably tossed me into the river. But about the time I said that to her, a guy taps me on the shoulder and says, "Excuse me, are you Dudley Hall?"
Oh, no.
It's like, I'm in the middle of the Zambezi River in Zimbabwe,
Holy cow.
Africa.
That's
And
fantastic.
this guy goes, "Are you Dudley Hall?" And I said, yes. He said, "I came to hear you in Dayton, Ohio, in some 70s somewhere.
Wow.
God spoke to me then, and I was called to be a missionary. The gospel got a hold of me, and I have moved my wife and my family, and we're here
No way.
as a result of what God did."
What a story.
And so
Isn't that cool?
it's always so good to catch up with him. Okay, that story's not over. So he walks away, and Betsy says, "Aren't you glad you didn't throw that guy?"
Of course she said that.
Be careful.
Yeah.
So anyway, next day we get back to Kinshasa. What's the capital there? Anyway, we get back to the airport. We have a car, a rental car reserved to travel down to where we're supposed to go and speak on Sunday. So we get there on Saturday and we say, we want to get our car. And they say, we're closed today.
Yep.
And we say, we have all these papers that show we paid for this car and we can get it today. And they said, oh yeah, we see your papers and you're legit. It's just nobody's here. And so you feel like you're arguing with the wall.
Right.
Like, and they're agreeing with you. They're going, yeah, we see you. You know, you're definitely, but nobody's here.
Oh my gosh.
And so we're just standing there with our hands in our pocket going, oh, and you know, and he said, they'll be back Monday. It was like, you don't understand. I'm supposed to speak to a group of people tomorrow.
Right.
They didn't understand that. So I'm standing there thinking God has forsaken me. And that missionary walks in the in the airport. And he goes, hey, what y'all doing? And he came over and we told him the situation. He went, no problem, you can have my car.
Really?
We went and got his car and kept it.
Look at that.
Isn't that a good story?
That's fantastic. Yeah.
So we went and we made our appointment. We did all the speaking, whatever, brought him his car back.
Oh man. Do you remember how old that guy is or what he's doing now?
He's younger than I am. But
Okay.
I think he's still over there.
That's cool. Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah.
What are the odds, man?
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to celebrate the year with you, man. It's gonna be
Me
fun
too.
and marked by a lot of great testimonies. So, yeah.
Well, thank you for you and the team. I didn't even know it was the 50th. So y'all have brought that to attention. And so, I'd like to celebrate it with a lot of people.
Yes,
A lot of
sir.
People that are listening to these things. Just celebrate with us. 50 years is a good long time.
That's right. Yeah, it's a good time.